episode. So we got good news in regards to the Electoral College. This morning, I projected that Kamala Harris would win Arizona. Well, guess what? Polls are now swinging to Trump's favor now. No, don't get me wrong. We are still suffering. We're still lacking behind, but in terms like you see in Nevada, Harris gained 2. That really broke Donald Trump's 3-point lead in Nevada. But then you'll see Trump gained in Cook. He gained in Trafalgar 3 points. And you'll see he's kind of contained his lead 1.3. And that really does point that the Harris surge is not hitting Nevada. Nevada is actually at a very good pace and very on track, going red for Donald Trump. But let's continue to look at some results here. Yeah, I feel more confident now that we got Arizona back. But we got to keep Arizona. We have Arizona by 0.2, and we need to keep that. Honestly, all it takes is just a Kamala plus 3, and then we lose it again. But then again, it's not over. We're holding the lead in Pennsylvania. We have 0.1. So guess Trump is rebounding, and that is good. The Kamala surge is ending. I don't know. I cannot say it's ending because the convention is tomorrow. It is tomorrow. You're probably viewing this video on the day of the convention. That's the theory. But convention day is tomorrow. And we know, as you know, depending on how the DNC goes, it's either going to be a disaster for Kamala Harris or it's going to be a success and she'll get some sort of polling favorability when it comes to that. So today we're going to do a, once again, updated prediction on the Trump and Harris race in the said states. We'll be also looking at Ohio also. And another thing I'm going to probably do is the Senate prediction. So we're going to try to get started quickly because we're going to do not only the presidential race, but we're also going to do a Senate race prediction regarding 3 seats: Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Ohio. Not Michigan and Arizona too, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's begin. So we're starting off with Pennsylvania. And to tell you the least, it's pretty much not changing. It's probably going to Erie and Northampton counties are still probably going to be in the said Trump camp. And we'll probably see Center County, Allegheny County, Bucks, Montgomery, Philadelphia, Delaware, Chester, these counties, the usual counties, Lehigh, Monroe, and Lackawanna. I can't believe I named them all. I just can't believe I named them all. I'm just like, are you sure I did? Yeah, and of course, Delamonte, Dolphin counties will go for Kamala Harris. And yeah, with that, Donald Trump will be holding his lead in these counties. But yes, here is Pennsylvania. So yes, this is what it's looking like right now. Same 2016 map. It's pretty much not going to change. It doesn't matter if it goes to Kamala or if it doesn't doesn't matter if it goes back to Trump. It's probably still going to look like this. It's just a status quo map in general. This is the status quo map. It's a 50-50. Just Trump could win by point something, or if she's lucky, Kamala could win by point something. We had a prediction, not necessarily a prediction, but I believe if we ever if Kamala flips Pennsylvania, it would be something like this still, unless she gets 2 points. Then I probably would give Erie and Northampton County to her. But let's continue on. So we got Pennsylvania down. I'm glad we're keeping Pennsylvania on track. We're going to go to North Carolina, where Donald Trump is still favored to be the president. And I talked about in the last prediction why the presidential election, in theory, could probably look like not the North Carolina Senate election. And I'm going to pull that up, that little map projection for you. Shoot. This is 2024. We're going to go to 2022. Okay, so I said it was kind of going to look like this. That's my theory. And because this is a Harris point, this is Democrat point 3, a 3.2. What it's looking like now is a 1.2. And going back to the presidential election, we will see, because she is gaining in she gained 1 poll in North Carolina. So I'm like, okay, maybe there's no, I think personally there is no real sort of change. Seeing that this counties right here, looking at these counties anyway, compared to the 2022 Senate results, you'll see North New Hanover County is more populated. You'll have Wilson County. 78,000 people, not as much as anticipated. This is a county that did, in fact, vote for Joe Biden. There's also the county of Nash County. That county did vote for Joe Biden. Originally a conservative voting county, flipped back and forth like for Obama in 2012. This county, who knows? I'd expect Trump to pick this up. It barely went for Trump, it barely went for Biden. So I'm like, okay, let's give Trump this county. I would say, you know what, this county too. I want to know the population of this county. Is this Camden County? No, that's okay. Pasquotank. An interesting Native American name. But this county has been a long time Democrats' stronghold, you could argue, has been a very long, I could say it's been a Democrat county for its whole entire history, despite voting Republican in 1988, in 1984, and 1972. I'd say mostly Democrat through its whole entire history. But definitely, I think this would be the first time that this county voted Republican since 1988. So let's go ahead and, but population too, 40,000. I'd say, you know what, this county wouldn't really affect much. We'll also go ahead and give, like, this isn't Nash, this is the other county, Wilson County. So in theory, yes, these are counties that Senator Budd ended up carrying in 2022. These counties compared to the counties Trump carried, as Budd carried these 3 and Trump couldn't. But I think this time, Trump's going to end up carrying these counties. They're really unpopulated, so I don't really think it'd make that much of a difference. But we will see. There we go. Of course, this county can go red, but in this prediction, we're keeping it blue. But yes, I would say this is definitely a close race. We're going to probably have New Hanover go for Kamala Harris a little bit more than average. I don't know. It's sort of a conservative county, allegedly. But yeah. This is our theory. All right. We are moving on to Georgia. And Georgia is still pretty close. We got 1 point in Georgia, and that is pretty good. We can hold and hopefully win Georgia by 1. And I do think it's still going to probably look the same. And yeah, I had Sumter go red. Well, it's actually been a while since. I don't know. Should we have Sumter keep Sumter County red? We can check Sumter, but Washington and this county for sure will stay. Will actually be flipped to the Republican Party. We have this county right here. Go ahead and give these counties to Trump. Whoops, this one's supposed to be blue. Okay. And we can go ahead and play with the theory which counties we can openly give up. Or Sumter County, I really have a hard time playing with. First off, let's see the population. Whoops. Not Florida. Sumter County, Georgia. Population-wise, 29,000 once again. 51, 47%. I don't see why it can't go Republican. There's Clay County we talked about last time. That county, overwhelmingly Democrat in presidential races. But yeah, I think it could possibly look like this. I'll continue to play it like this. I still have not really confident with Butler County. I mean Sumter County, but who knows? We're gonna go all the way up to Ohio, a state that we usually don't count as a swing state because this state's pretty solid for Trump. And to prove it, this state is supposed to go for Trump by 10 points. You'll see Trump won multiple polls, a 13 plus poll, a 10 plus poll, a plus 7. He's all in to win it. And the couple races where we saw in 2022 that shows a Trump plus 10, what's that going to look like? Now, J.D. Vance defeated Tim Ryan by the same margin as Trump defeated Biden. Let's see, 6.12. He honestly is going to do way better than this. I would say, you know what? Trump actually carry this county. I'm surprised Vance couldn't carry it. But then again, it's part of that Cleveland Metro. Tim Ryan also is an influential figure. And that does prove how strong J.D. Vance is. Everyone says J.D. Vance is weak. Well, J.D. Vance, so-called nobody politician, barely a politician, defeated a presidential election candidate, a U.S. congressman, by 6 points in a moderate swing state. Well, I wouldn't say barely a swing state. This shows electorally J.D. Vance is strong. And that's part of the reason why I bet Donald Trump chose him as his running mate. But looking at J.D. Vance's sort of, honestly, I would say it would be in between this and the one we just saw. Looking at Ohio counties, though, Montgomery County specifically. Yeah, 533,700. That's a lot. This is the Attorney General race. Secretary of State race. Sort of the same. It's a landslide because of these two counties going red. I'm wondering if Trump can win those two counties, and I bet he can, it will be a landslide, and we'll call Ohio early, which would be amazing, and it would benefit Trump very much. Use these same landslides. Oh yeah, red wave. An indefinite red wave in Ohio in 2022. No doubt about it. Even the Supreme Court was a red wave. I would say it kind of looked like this, but I would expect Cleveland to be a little bit more bluer. And to be honest, I think part of the reason why Tim Ryan did the best out of all these guys, and the reason why Tim Ryan probably did his best was allegedly because he was the top dog. He was a well-known, experienced politician, quote unquote. He was a congressman, and he was a familiar face in the 2020 presidential election. Compared to these guys who aren't these Democrat nominees who barely could win any counties. But yes, I would expect Trump to really perform like 55%, and even better, 56%. And if Trump gets to 56%, we would see Ohio getting called around 8 o'clock p.m. in election day. And to tell you guys, that really will benefit Trump. And that would actually help Trump's chances of not being surpassed by Harris in this said forecast and getting to 270. So I am excited to see the results in Ohio. Keep it up. Although, I mean, Trump's still winning these polls. You'll see 10-point poll but this is even after Kamala Harris's call. We can even check. State polls. We don't want national polls. We want state polls. And I'm going to Ohio. Yeah, you just have these two polls. Very good polls indeed. All right. We got to continue. We got to take a look at Michigan. Same deal. Michigan, I'm considering flipping this Genesee County then again, we got to look at the counties of Michigan. Yes, it's Saginaw, and that's a county of 190. Comparing this, so let's take a look at Michigan. Harris is winning Michigan by 2. And let's see how she performed in 2020. I mean, yeah. You know what I mean. Biden. 2.78. I would say in this case, one county would flip. I don't know if it's going to be Saginaw or if it's going to be Muskogee. But let's see. Saginaw. And once again, that's a county of a precise population. We can even pull a map up here. Well, you know what? We're not going to do that. We're on a time crunch. We're going to call this county 2. These 2 counties, it looks the same. We could say Donald Trump barely wins them. Doesn't really change the same results overall. Yes, this is our map. Perfect. 423 counties for Trump, 74 counties for Kamala Harris. Let's take a look at the state of Wisconsin now, where their polling is also complicated. Yeah, you got 1 point for Kamala Harris. The question is Columbia County still going in favor of Trump? Now, allegedly, Kamala Harris does better than Joe Biden did in 2020. Joe Biden barely won this state, 0.23% margin over Trump. The question is, how much did he lose Columbia County? I would say he lost it 48 to 49. I would say he kind of performs the same. Nothing really changes. This is kind of going to be the map, I believe. Am I missing any counties? I don't think I am. But yes, this is going to be Wisconsin. Okay, perfect. 481 to Harris, who won 88 counties so far. Arizona, you would assume this time it's not so easy. Maricopa County is now in play. It's going to be the real county that we have to decide is Maricopa. Let's take a look. Is Maricopa County flippin' blue? Well, let's take a look at the superintendent election. It really does depend on that. Superintendent of Public Instruction. Yeah, significantly, Horn's win marked the first time in state history that a Republican won a state race without winning Maricopa County, home to 62% of the state's population and a former Republican stronghold. So, yeah, Republican, surprise, twist, they can win without it. It just, you got to get all those voters around. In this county, I don't know, Pinal County, this county right here, all these counties around, you got to get those votes out. And we even defeated the incumbent superintendent, Kathy Hoffman. And I want to believe, we could have defeated, well, depends. What were the polls like? It looks like polls were so far in our favor. But yes, we can definitely win this. But the question is, how much did he win in this race? .35. Republicans win by just 0.2. So we're going to go ahead and call Maricopa for Kamala Harris. And then we go to Nevada. Nevada is actually going to have Washoe County go back into play. Dun dun. I actually hoped it wouldn't. But you know what? So much changed real quickly. And this time we'll take a look at that gubernatorial election in the state that the state had. That gubernatorial election, Washoe County barely went to Steve Sisolak, the incumbent governor. Yeah, we don't need to go back. Let's see. Yeah, he won like over amount 1.51, and we're winning Nevada by how much? 1.3. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give Washoe to Kamala. So this is our presidential election results. 506 counties for Trump, Harris 95. But don't click off yet. It's not over. We're going to clear the results because we are now going to do the Senate. And looking at this, we're just going to put down Republican because we have multiple races and Democrat. And we're going to take a look at the Senate race in Pennsylvania first and how that is going to look. So Pennsylvania, it's a state. This is kind of the part that concerns me. Republicans need to go in thinking, okay, will Bob Casey be the reason why, be the sole reason why Democrats might win Pennsylvania? Will he be the sole reason? I certainly hope not. But we'll see. But yes, I want to know Senate no toss-up. There we go. Yes, this is what it looks like. GOP +2, and honestly, it's probably going to stay like this. Taking a look at Pennsylvania, 7.6. That is ridiculous. Okay, and I'm going to show you what a 7 plus 6 definitely looks like. Erie and Northampton counties go blue for sure. There's no doubt in my mind. So you got 13 counties inevitably going for Democrats, and the question is, 2020 presidential election. We can also take a look at other elections Also, honestly, I don't think he's going to perform a Josh Shapiro in 2022. But will he outperform his own performance? It depends. Let's take a look at his old performance. Bob Casey Jr. If you guys don't know, this is out of the blue. Bob Casey Sr. He's a Democrat, but I absolutely love him. He is my favorite governor. His father, Bob Casey Sr. And yes, he's a Democrat, but he is actually a very big conservative. He's a devout Catholic. He's a staunch opponent against abortion. Yes, he honestly, and if he ran for, if he was still alive, I bet anything he'd be a Republican. This guy's a dino Democrat, and he was so conservative that the Republicans had to choose a liberal to run against Bob Casey, Barbara Hafer, 32.3%. And she picked up Montgomery County, and you know that's a county that is liberal today. Barbara Hafer is a liberal, pro-abortion Republican. She was so fed up with the GOP, she left in 2003 and she became a Democrat. This is how big a conservative Bob Casey was. And you'll see more conservative areas going for Casey in that liberal suburb area. And you'll see like Philadelphia, 70% for Casey, but not as much as like these counties over here. So that amazes me. If you just to get off topic, because I don't know your thoughts about Bob Casey Sr. I don't like Bob Casey Jr. Bob Casey Jr. thinks he's following his father's legacy. And to be honest, Casey Jr. is not what Casey Sr. stands for. He would probably be in dismay. Like, let's be honest. Yes, this is a... he's underperforming his average so far. Compared to the 2020 map, he's picking up this county right here, but Beaver County. He's also picking up Berks County, and that's it. Actually, that's kind of the results. But there is a possibility. Like, taking a look at the United States Senate election, you'll see John Fetterman. He was almost close to 5. And he carried the same counties as Biden. Won by 5% margin. Okay. Let's see if they have county results. I hope they do. Fetterman plus 31. Oh yeah, that's for primaries, of course. This is average. October, which is ridiculous. And it proves that there's a lot of response bias, but okay. This is a good example. I personally think Bob Casey could possibly carry the same counties as Biden. And here is why. But Berks and Butler counties don't really have a significant population to boost him to 13. The reason why Casey won 13% in 18 was solely because he got votes from Philly. He got votes from Montgomery. He probably cranked up the votes up to the upper 50s and close to 60s. So in less Republican votes here. So I do think in regards to this, it probably looks like the Biden map, if you will. Let's take a look at Michigan, where we would see some sort of a similar result. You'll see 4.1 for Alyssa Slotkin. It's a winnable race. It's an open seat. But then again, how annoying it is. Michigan is a state that swings progressive. But yes, you'll see similar result. Let's take a look at 2020 results. I do think was that Slotkin carries Muscogin and Saginaw. She is actually going to pick up this county. Voted for Trump, but it's swinging aggressively to the left. I think Trump will win it. It's a competitive race. But in terms of state elections, I think it's more Democrat. That's Eaton County. Right in the middle. And that county has 100,000. It's pretty decent. Isabella County. Like right here. Could possibly give Isabella County to Slotkin. How many people does that? 64,000. I'd say this is the results for as of right now. Yeah, so these are the Mike Roger counties. Okay. Yes. All right, 124 counties for Republicans. Still doesn't matter. We're going to go down to Ohio. I forgot about Ohio. A lot of people say, oh, Bernie Moreno's going to win because it's a Trump state. Trump's going to win it by, I don't know, 10 points. Well, here's the thing. Working class Americans love Sherrod Brown. And I can tell you, yeah, Sherrod Brown is a very strong character. I'm sure we all know Sherrod Brown's a strong individual. But it's said that he carried every county in Ohio. That's what I want to believe at one point. He was so strong. Like, I don't know if he was attorney general where he carried every county. But yes, he's a strong individual. He's leading by 5 points in average. We have a bigger chance of winning Michigan than we do in Ohio. And that's because of polls. This is according to polls. This isn't because according to me. It isn't because this isn't according to me. This is RCP. But looking at 18, you'll see 53 to 46%. This is a 6.84. Very close to his 2018 performance. I would say, county result wise, this is what it would probably look like. Give back Ashtabula County to Republicans. And it does depend too. Ashtabula County and its population, 97,000. So we can give another one. Ottawa County, Lake County. Lake County, it's more, I don't know. Yeah, Ottawa has a 40,000 people. I thought there would be more because of the lake area. Paynesville. $224,000. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. But I would say there would be a little bit more. Portage. I don't know about Portage. Well, let's see. Portage is a Trump county. 161. All right, we'll stop at here. And the rest goes for Brown. So yes, Brown's so-called Great Lake sphere is broken, according to our polls here. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking this county's going for Brown. This county's going for Brown. This one's also going for Brown. This county probably this is holding, of course, Kings Island. Erie County, is that Erie County? Yeah, it's Erie County. Also going for Brown. It's a Trump county, but in this case, it's very influenced by Cleveland, despite being far away. Okay, we got Ohio down. And to finish this very long video, we take a look at Arizona, where Ruben Gallego, actually, ever since Kamala, let's see, ever since Ruben Gallego was projected, I actually, he's doing pretty well now. He's actually doing pretty well. But for a while there, Kari Lake, when she won the nomination, when she won the nomination, Ruben Gallego went down three points. And if you can see here, he's rebounding. +9. My goodness. Like, Phoenix is coming out and voting. So, yeah, honestly, this is what I'm thinking it looks like, clearly. And before we, of course, we end this video, I want to double check. Let's see if Mark Kelly could have carried any counties. All right. Yeah, there's Navajo County right over here. That's probably the closest county he could win, but honestly, I think this is going to be the results. But what do you guys think in regards to the prediction? Let me know down below. Before I end, of course, I'm always saying before. But before we end, I just want to make clear. Good results for Democrats in these 4 states. Regardless, the writing's on the wall. The Senate's going Republican. Even if you gain, all you need is West Virginia, or Montana. I guess it would go 50-50. Who knows? But the writing's on the wall, especially when you have West Virginia for Republicans. It's done. Joe Manchin, it's not Joe Manchin this time. Republicans are going to win West Virginia. Swear to my heart and soul if that's what's going to happen. So what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I will see you all in the next political episode.